Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing a little bit of a collective haul. I have stuff from both Target, Marshalls, and what is it? TheRealReal. So I cannot wait to show you guys what I bought. If you hear any additional external noises, just know I live with other people, so that's bound to happen. But nonetheless, let's get started on this haul. So bear with me on the whole hair frizziness. It's been very staticky. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. I've just been looking like this for the past 3 weeks. Anyways, so one of the first things that I picked up when I stopped by Target was a NYX eyeliner. So this has to be probably one of my favorite eyeliners of all time, and by far my favorite drugstore eyeliner. So if you're looking for a good eyeliner, I recommend this one. The second thing that I bought was this foundation. I initially was under the impression that it was a NYX foundation. It's not. It's actually Maybelline, and it's called the Plump and Glow Foundation in shade 118. It's also the shade that I'm currently wearing. I'm very impressed that I was able to match it pretty well, considering I didn't get to try it out in store, and it was only, I think, like 10 bucks or something. So yeah, like, no complaints there. And you know, I haven't worn Maybelline since I was in high school, so you know, I'm excited to see how they kind of revamped their new foundation, like the formula and all that stuff. So I'm gonna see how it oxidizes today and when I sweat in it and all that stuff, and if it turns me orange or not. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I picked up this foundation as well. So the next thing that I picked up was this NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop mattifying powder. I ran out of powder and I did not want to go buy a $30-$40 powder. I picked this up, I believe it was like 10 bucks or so, and I used it today as well. And so far, I like it. I think it's a good match for my skin tone. Again, I didn't get to try it out in stores. I think this is a pretty, this is a pretty good match. It was not expensive. And on top of that, like, I'm just hoping it doesn't break me out, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this one. So the next items that I'm going to share with you guys, I feel like I'm going to get a little bit of judgment for it, just because I feel as though a lot of people rag on drugstore shampoos. However, I cannot get a hold of my usual shampoo, so I decided to get Herbal Essence shampoo and conditioner. They smell great, okay? And it was only $6.99. There's probably a reason why it's so cheap. However, I'll live. I don't think I'll go bald. But yeah, I got the rose hips and it smells so good. So I'm really excited to use it. I just hope that it doesn't dry out my hair, because clearly I already have a lot going on with my hair right now with all the static. So I would hope that it doesn't dry out my hair, but nonetheless, I'm excited to try out the shampoo that I was using during my teenage years, so we'll see how that goes. And plus, $6, who can complain about that? So the last thing that I got at Target was actually their micellar water. So the last thing that I got at Target is actually their micellar water. I used to use the Garnier one. However, when the Up and Up brand from Target came out with their own, I decided to give it a try because it's a couple bucks cheaper and it works just as fine. So, like, if you haven't tried it, I would highly recommend it, And I think this one was about $5.99. So moving on to Marshalls and Home Goods. I'll start with the Home Goods just because I only have one item from there. So this is actually so I actually bought this to hold bananas, because in my family, we eat a lot of bananas, and I was tired of the plate that I was keeping it in. I got this. I thought it was so cute. It fits kind of like the aesthetic of my kitchen, and it was only $9.99. Honestly, you can never go wrong going to one of like the Home Goods, Marshall, TJ Maxx, for a deal. They always have good stuff there, and it's always such a deal. So the next thing that I bought was for my little doggy. Okay, I have this little Pomeranian, and it's pretty cold where I am, so I got him this little sweater. He's a little bit of a chunker, so I had to buy a bigger size. And I like how there's what is it, the Velcro on the, like, where his chest is, just because I think the ones that go over their head, sometimes he gets a little freaked out and he doesn't want to wear it because of that. So I'm very excited and I'm very happy that it has the Velcro. And secondly, it also has a little hole in the back for you to put his leash through. So I think that's very nice, just because it can be a little bit of an inconvenience. And lastly, the last thing I got from Marshall's was a set of bras. So I got these were a set of 3, and they were only, I believe, $19.99. I was going to go to Victoria's Secret, however, I missed their semi-annual sale, and I'm not willing to spend 90 bucks on a singular bra. The guy that I'm talking to said, why don't you swing by like TJ Maxx? I said, bet, I'll do that. And I found this set. The material seems pretty decent. I haven't gotten a chance to try it on, but so far I like it. I think this would make a great t-shirt bra. Seems very comfy with minimal padding. And like I said, it's 3 bras for $19.99. So like, I don't know about you, but I think that's a great deal. So moving on to the fun part of the haul are my shoes that I got from TheRealReal. So they're actually quite similar, as in they're both pumps, different heights, but I'll just show you guys and you guys can judge for yourselves. So this is the first pair that I bought. These are Jimmy Choo's, and they're in a size 38, which is a size 8. They're pumps, they're stiletto pumps with a peep toe. I would say this is about maybe 4 3/4 inches with like maybe an inch platform, and I got these for like 20 bucks. Nice, right? And then the next pair that I bought were also pumps. Well, not, you get it, they're also pumps, but it's more of a minimalistic look. A 1/2 inch platform with probably like a 2.5 inch heel, closed-toed. I thought this would be wonderful for the office, so I got this. And I've sanitized the other pair, the high pumps, but not these, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do that. However, I cannot wait to give these a try and kind of go stomp around the city in these and kind of stretch them out, form them to my feet. But I think these would look so freaking cute for the office, don't you think? Oops, let me find a way to show you guys. And these are Stuart Weitzman, and I also got these for like 27 bucks. And the wear and tear on it is very minimal, so I'm very happy. So if you guys are looking for what is it, like pumps or anything like that, brand name stuff, I would recommend ordering from TheRealReal. Like I said, I got these 2 pairs, the Jimmy Choo's and the Stuart Weitzman, for around 40 bucks excluding shipping. They shipped out very quickly, and on top of that, the wear and tear is very minimal, so I'm very satisfied with my purchase. Well, you guys, that's all for my collective haul this week. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little mini haul. I know it wasn't much, but I thought it would be nice to share with you guys. And I do hope that you guys will like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye now.